Bob?
You know, the man over there blabbing his mouth with a hood on his face made a bad mistake. He attacked the bullet from behind, not man enough to go eye to eye. And he says he don't like losers. Well, I guess he don't have any mirrors in his house, because every time he looks, he sees a loser. You're going to pay the price, brother. Nobody attacks a bullet from behind. We're going to get on it one-on-one. And when it's all over, I'll take that sock off your head, and I got a nice place planned to put it. That's all I got to say. I'll see you tomorrow night. Pico.
All-star lineup headlined by that special challenge, Bullet Bob, the Southeastern heavyweight champion, against Mr. Olympia tomorrow night in Pensacola.
We got underway. I tell you, this is the special challenge match. Down the ring, one half of the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Brad Armstrong. And his opponent now entering the ring. One part of the Midnight Express Incorporated at 224, the Junkyard Dog, Norvell Austin. Vicky, the man that pinned Norvell, lost the titles. Norvell wants him back one-on-one today on television. We're seeing that.
Well, it's a main event in anybody's arena, but overtones of personal feud here, and it's being done right here on TV. Brad Armstrong down at the time, and Norvell Austin pounding away.
Scott Armstrong out at ringside, as well as other members of the Express, watching with great intent. Boot in the midsection. Armstrong retaliates. A couple of boots to the midsection on Norvell Austin. Takes his man in the ring.
Oh, beautiful drop kick. What a nice position he was up there in the air, and caught that man flush underneath the chin. Norvell Austin says, hold on a minute now. Hold on. That was too much to take at one time. Oh, those feet can really put some damage underneath your chin, Charlie. I've felt a few of them, and I've given a few, but at the same token, Norvell Austin's the one that just got it now, and he's complaining. Knocked him a little senseless. Brad doesn't underestimate him either.
No, not one bit. Side headlock by the Junkyard Dog. Norvell Austin in, going after Armstrong, taking this match to him. Snapmare takedown.
He makes himself a dangerous adversary, this Norvell Austin, because not only does he know how to wrestle and has held important titles before, but he is a street fighter himself. Loves that ghetto type of style of fighting, and that's anywhere you can get it, brother. That's his motto. He's at it now. He's being edged on by his cohorts. Norvell Austin got these people riled up here at TV, but Brad Armstrong is hanging on, climbing that rope, coming back like a father. Got that Armstrong fighting blood in him. Look at him go. Notice those maneuvers are almost the same, Charlie, just like his dad. Hammer and thong.
And look at that by Norvell Austin, right back at his man, I tell you. Norvell Austin, oh, good backbreaker. Right on the side, almost right over that kidney.
Right, out of muscle, the external obliques, they call them obliques. Beautiful, fine body press. 2 counts.
Almost.
It came close to him. These people are riled up here at TV, and they should be also. It's an exciting match. 2 great wrestlers in there. Great conditions. Street fighter against the youth and the admiration of the Armstrong clan. Brad Armstrong. Hanging on. Present time, one half owner of the Southeastern Tag Team Championship. He and his brother.
Speaking of Norvell Austin being a street fighter, you'll look at the street fight attire being sported by Rose and Star, the other 2 members of the Express.
You know, any given day, any given time, any of these wrestlers in this area can come out with that action. Ken Lucas is one of them himself. Just recently won a 15-man elimination tournament. Won himself a lot of money. He's a fighter. He calls it Lucas country. Armstrong being caught now in that front face lock by Norvell Austin. Austin cutting off the blood flow to the brain, but Armstrong caught on to it and drove him into that corner. Back to the other side, Charlie. Watch it, Brad. Oh.
The veteran Norvell Austin making his move.
Oh, he got knocked down. Oh, my goodness.
Boots right to him.
Oh, he's got a pin, Charlie. He's got a pin.
He's got it.
Oh, we got a... Hey!
He's got it.
Scott, come in the run. This match seems to be over, Charlie.
I don't know if it'll go down officially in the record books, Dick, but
I'll tell you one thing. Those shoulders were down. They were
hung in there.
Well, I can't blame his brother for doing what he did, but he did it, and it's done, and nobody's starting this match over again, so I guess we'll just have to say it's over.
It is,
Brock doesn't know what's what are you calling it? No contest.
Okay.
He's throwing it out, Charlie. Throwing the match out. You didn't see anything?
No contest is what he's saying.
Hey, what is that there? That was no referee. That was an interference, a clear interference in the ring right there.
I'd like to get the referee over here if we can for a moment. Maybe we can get it right straight from his mouth.
This is what I've been trying to tell you, man. This shows the true color of the
He's going to
Armstrongs.
throw the match away. He said he's going to throw the match out.
This is exactly what we've been talking
With
about.
Armstrongs. It doesn't matter. We done told you people that you're not going to see these belts. You will never see the belts. We'll throw them in the lake before you see the belts.
I think the belts are on their way.
I don't care what we got to do. That shows what you're
The belts right here.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to get Tim Lucas.
We have a Southeastern Tag Team Championships. Bob Armstrong said he fight him in the back. No! Pile driver right into the floor. Ron Starr. Oh! Scott coming out. We have a Southeastern Tag belts on the desk, and we'll be right back.
Norman got him under his arm, and he seems to be all right at this particular time, and glad to hear it because it was kind of hard on him.
Hey,
for a
wait a
while.
minute. I got some questions, and I want them answered now. Now, it ain't my fault. You got something to do with this wrestling around here, man. Look, I am from here. I was born and I was bred here. Now, it ain't my fault what happened.
True.
All right, but everybody's got problems. I paid my own plane flight in here, and I want a Southeastern title match. If Bob Armstrong can't make it out here, then you get me somebody. Because I'm coming to town, and I'm going to get a Southeastern title match, baby. And if he can't do it, then I'll just walk in and take the belt, and I'll leave it with me. And if nobody don't like it, they come do something about it. And if they do, I'll go get my brother Terry Buddy. Because when it comes down, it's going to be like two peas in a pot, and the peas will be jumping if the water wasn't hot.
Freebird.
Got some comments, hasn't he?
Yes, he does.
Let me see if I can get Rick Gibson out here, and we'll go from there.
Okay, certainly the Freebird is upset about this particular situation. When we get to the arena, what will be his situation as far as Bullet Bob Armstrong is concerned? Rick, you've just been in the back. What's happening?
That's right. You're back there with Bob, and he's up walking around. You know, like it's always been said, you know, blood is always thicker than water, and I believe it just proved it right here today.
It seems that way, Rick, and certainly when you get down to the arena, you have certainly got your neck out, so to speak, Mr. Olympia, putting that loser-leave stipulation in your match for the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship.
That's right. You know, he says he's run a lot of people out. You know, I want that belt just as much as he does, you know. I wore that belt before, and I want it back. So let me just say something, Mr. Olympia. You bring it on down, wherever it might be. Loser leave town, but I'm going to still be staying.
The comments of Rick Gibson, who will be facing Mr. Olympia for the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship in a loser-leave stipulation. Freebird Michael Hayes out just moments ago having his comments about what's going to happen if Armstrong cannot compete when he gets to the arena. He wants that Southeastern Heavyweight Championship. Hopefully before this show is over with, we'll have some kind of word on that as far as Bob Armstrong's situation is concerned. And definitely that Southern Street Fight match is heated up to the hilt right now, as the Express will be going against the Armstrong brothers, Brad and Scott. And certainly a lot of turn of events on today's program. Dickie, the Southeastern Tag Team situation is just blown way out of proportion. The Express, I've never seen a group of angrier people than they are about those Southeastern Tag titles, and the fact that they were defeated by a brand new team, the Armstrongs, Brad and Scott.
Well, you know, the idea of taking those belts away from the newly formed champions was against the law, and it was against the rules. I had to make some phone calls while I stepped off the air here, and a few strings were pulled, and the belts did appear right here on TV. And that's exactly, Bob,
Let me just say something here, boys. You know, ever since these boys been back, my guts been torn apart. But I'm going to tell the Express one thing. From now on, you ain't going to see one Armstrong. You ain't going to see two, but you're going to see three. Every time you turn around, you're going to see the Bullet and the boys. And it's going to take a lot more than what you did to put an Armstrong name. From now on, the Armstrong name is going to mean a lot more than it has. Excuse my speech. Maybe I've done some things that I'm ashamed of. Maybe I hadn't. I did what I thought I had to do.
Well, good for you, Bob.
One thing I have done is I just had everything run past my eyes that's happened in the last year when these boys came out. They didn't have to do that. Nobody else would help me, and I can't really blame them. But my boys helped me proving one thing, that this blood right here is thicker than water. So, Espresso, you be ready, boy. Like I say, not two, but three Armstrongs from now on. And don't worry, Michael Hayes, about no Southeastern title. I'll be there with my belt, brother. The Bullet don't give up. From now on, brother, Armstrong, Bullet, and the boys. Remember that, Express, and that's all I got to say.
Well, happy days are here again, they usually say, in a situation like that, and I think you did the right thing.
Indeed, certainly big change of events here. Bob Armstrong obviously having
It's been
enough.
going through your brain, too, as well as mine. What does he think? What goes through his
Well,
mind?
what happened today, I think, with the Express, there must have been a lot of heat building as in the dressing room, Bob, with the Express, and here we've gone for a week with them, the new champions, and they've got the title.
Right, here he comes out here, and I think he did the right thing. He brought those belts out here, and the tables were turned on him. It reunited a family again, and I'm glad this has happened because a lot of wrestling fans in Alabama have been saying, what's going on? Why? Why, Bob? Well, there's your answer. We've got it changed around. I'm glad, and I think the boys are glad also.
Regardless of the situation, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions are Bob and, Brad and Scott Armstrong, and we just heard, and I assume it will, I don't know about this Southern Street Fight match. Now, he says when you see one Armstrong, you'll see all three. So that could definitely have a little effect on this upcoming Southern Street Fight match. What do you think?
I think Norvell Austin's been coming out here week after week interrupting your interview and my interview and talking about how tough he is with his street fights and how he fought in the streets of Memphis and all through the South, and he can wrestle when he wants to, and he knows how to wrestle in a scientific way, and he's talking about street fights. Well, you've bit off more than you can chew when you challenge a man like Bob Armstrong, who is a street fighter himself, as well as his two boys. He's brought them up in that style. He knows how to bring them up in the wrestling game.